Hello everyone. I am here today with my cleaning consultant. As you can tell, he's working very diligently with this spring cleaning challenge that I am embarking on. Unbelievable. All right, what's actually happening here today is a spring cleaning challenge, and this is a series that I'm going to be doing over the next 6 weeks, and I'm going to go through different parts of my space and give them a nice clean, a refresh, whatever the space needs, I'm going to give that to the space. And this is something that I really wanted to do because now that I'm living in 4 seasons weather, I really just feel the seasons more. When I was living in Los Angeles, it just kind of felt like one season all the time, and I never really felt like, oh, I need to do a spring clean, because I was always just wearing the same things throughout the entire year. Maybe here and there I would wear like a heavier jacket or something, but that was pretty much it. Living here in New York though, I have an entirely different wardrobe in the winter in comparison to spring and summer. So I am going to start off today by cleaning out my clothing. And with this, my intention is to really bring in new energy into my clothing. For me, this isn't about just getting rid of a bunch of things and then bringing in a bunch of new things. This is really about going through the things that I already have and recognizing the things that I feel inspired to wear right now and things that I may not feel inspired to wear right now, but I know I'll want to wear in the future, and so I'd like to keep those things. And then if there are any items that I am not feeling comfortable in, creating a space for those to leave, and then also creating a space for maybe 1 or 2 new things to come in. So this isn't just a massive, well, I haven't been wearing this stuff for like the last 6 months, so it's gonna go. This is okay, what do I have? How can I be creative with the clothing that I do have? What has been my history with this item of clothing? How does it feel now to wear it? Like, is it physically comfortable? I feel like going through my clothing this way helps me to make a more informed decision about what I'm keeping and what I'm choosing to let go of. And I find that what I let go of is a much smaller pile when I do it this way. All right, so my consultant and I are going to get started on this spring clean of my wardrobe, and make sure you stay tuned through the end because I am going to have giveaways in these spring cleaning videos that fit the theme of each spring cleaning video. So here we go, everyone. Here I am with the consultant, and I've just brought out most of my winter clothing and like sweatshirts and things like that, basically just like snuggly things that I wear in the colder months, and I'm going to go through it all and create different categories. Here's a little overview of what I just pulled out. So you can see it's sweaters and sweatshirts, things like that. And then I have this bin, and this has more sweaters in it. It's also like my holiday sweaters, but it's kind of all jumbled because I've just been pulling from it. And this has been my side table in my bedroom because I don't have side tables yet. I haven't found anything that I like. So these bins have just been my makeshift side tables for right now. And my other bin, I'll bring that one out later, but that one has like my spring and summer clothing in it. But we're gonna start off with the cozy layers first, and I'm gonna go through this stuff first. So the first pile is stuff that I still plan on wearing like right now because it's still winter technically and the weather is cooler, so I do still need some like lighter, cozier layers. The second is stuff that I know I'm just not going to be wearing for the rest of this season, and probably not again until like fall, winter. The next pile is stuff that I want to keep, but I'm probably not gonna wear it until fall and next winter, so I'm going to put that stuff away. The third pile will be things that I want to donate or take to a clothing swap basically things that I won't be keeping. And the fourth pile is a pile that you will see actually in a future spring challenge video, because I'm going to be repurposing the fourth pile, but we'll get there in a future video. I have my piles. So this pile right here is what I'm considering keeping out. And then over here is what I'm planning to put away. So you can see that a lot of this is like holiday sweaters, just like chunkier sweaters. These are also leggings that I wear in the snow, so I don't really need those. This is the one maybe item. So I made a maybe pile because I'm not sure what I want to do with this sweater. I did wear it this season, but I am not sure how I feel about it on. So this is a maybe. I might keep it and I might end up donating it or taking it to a swap. TBD. I'm gonna wait till maybe I have more maybe items and then I'll go through them. This is a stack of 3 pairs of jeans that I actually set aside a while ago because I went through my jeans and tried them on and I was like, what feels comfortable, what doesn't feel comfortable? And these were the 3 pairs of jeans where I was like, at one point, I absolutely loved all of these. Every pair of these I wore and just love them when I wear them, but my body is changing and these don't feel comfortable anymore. They just feel really tight, especially around the waist. I can't sit comfortably in them anymore. And so I'm gonna take these, I'm either gonna send them to ThredUp or take them to a clothing swap. So that's my plan with these. And then this is that other pile that we will revisit in a future video. So I'll add to that accordingly. Right now it's just this white top. What I'm gonna do over here is you can see this pile of I'm considering keeping this stuff out is pretty big. So I'm gonna go through it one more time because it's inevitable that I will pull stuff out. So I'm going to revisit this and see what happens. All right, so you can see that I made this a little bit smaller and now there's more stuff in this pile over here that's going to be packed away. And I find that it's so helpful to do at least a second run through of my clothing, especially the stuff that I'm wanting to keep out. It's kind of like packing a suitcase where a lot of times I'll pack and then I realize there's actually like a couple things that I can pull out that I don't actually need. So what's left that I'm going to keep out, these are just kind of thin tops. So some of them are long sleeve, some of them are 3/4, some of them are short sleeve, but I like keeping these out because they're great just like shoulder season items. So they're really good for spring and fall, but they're also really good for when I go to events like this red top, this top right here. I like wearing these like under blazers and things. So I like to have these ready to go and at hand. And usually when I go to like events, it's cold inside. So that's why these layers are really nice because they're thin, but they have like longer sleeves or they're made from like a knit material. And then here I just have 2 sweatshirts and a hoodie that I'm gonna keep out. I really love these. And then these, I have some leggings and then some sweatpants. These are like thinner sweatpants. And then here I have knit sweaters. So I have a gray one, a black one, this black one and this cream one I wear all the time. They're the exact same sweater from Everlane and I love them. Then I have this striped sweater. This is kind of a lighter knit. This pink sweater, and then this sweater I pulled out. It's a thinner sweater with little hearts on it, but I pulled this out and I was like, oh my god, I love this sweater and I haven't worn it, and it's a thinner material, so I feel like it's good for like shoulder season weather. So that's what I'm keeping out. And the best thing is it's not like this stuff is going away. If I decide that I want or need something from this pile, I can go and get it. And then when it really starts to get warm, I can just take this stack of clothing and add it to this pile of clothing. So it makes the transition just a lot easier. And I'll most likely keep most of these out just even through summer, because like I said, when I have like work events and things like that, I like to wear these layers under blazers and jackets. I can't get over Tato. I mean, what a sweetie though. Look at him, just snoozing away. What a life. I've packed things into this bin, and what I've done is I've stacked them. So the least likely I'll want to grab is at the bottom. So I have like my Christmas sweaters down here, the really chunky knits that I don't think I'm going to be needing or using. And then up here I have like my thinner sweaters that maybe I'll want to grab. So if I do want to grab them, they're right here at the top, and it makes it easier for me. And then this one, I just really love this blue sweater. So it's up here if I do decide that I want to wear it at some point. So I try to stack things in terms of priority. So this is like a higher priority, higher likelihood that I'm going to grab for these things, to least likely. And then these are the things that are just left over that don't fit into the bin, but I'm bringing out another bin which has my spring and summer clothing in it. So as I take stuff out of there, then that'll make room for this stuff to go in. Now I have my spring and summer clothing out. So this is a bin just filled with, I guess we'll find out, dresses and things like that. And then this is a stack of t-shirts that I have just had out all year, and I'm just gonna go through them, see what's in here, and see if anything needs to move elsewhere. So I'm just gonna start going through this. Luckily, it looks like most things in this bin are nicely folded, so I don't think I'm gonna have to refold too many things, which is great. Thank you, past self, for this. I have my piles and I went through them. So this is the t-shirt pile. I really love all of these t-shirts and I like having them easily accessible. So I just refolded them so they were a little neater. Then over here, I pulled out all of the stuff that I would really love to wear this spring and summer. And some of this stuff is stuff that I wore last year, and then other stuff I pulled out and I realized, oh, I didn't get a chance to wear this last summer, so I pulled them out so I can be intentional about wearing them this summer. There are definitely things that, you know, I haven't worn in over a year, but I want to keep them because I know I still love them. So it doesn't really make sense for me to get rid of them. So for me, oh, I haven't worn this in a year or 6 months or X amount of time, that kind of time frame rule doesn't always work for me in terms of deciding if I'm going to keep something or not. I used to go through my clothing in that way, and I realized I was just getting rid of a lot of stuff that some of it I wasn't wearing and I didn't want to keep, but other stuff I probably could have reused in some way, whether it was wearing it or you know, repurposing it otherwise. So that's what I'm trying to do with this. So there is stuff in here that I didn't get a chance to wear last year, and I'm really excited because it's a creative process to figure out how I'm going to style outfits and use these pieces in a different way. And then over here, I have, most of this stuff is actually stuff that I did wear a lot last summer, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give other pieces a chance to shine, and if I really want to reach for these pieces, they're always there and I can grab them. And then some of them are just things that I know I'm not gonna wear this year. Also, if you're wondering what those are right there, those are the base of my lights. That's what's happening here. Oh, the consultant has moved and he has a lot to say. What do you think, Tato? Do you think I'm making good decisions? Okay. Some changes have been made to my maybe pile, and then the things I'm not keeping. The consultant is coming over to check it out and make sure that everything is Tato approved. I added one more item in my maybe pile, and this is a pair of shorts that I actually really love, but I haven't worn them in a while, so I'm gonna try them on and see how they feel, and then that will determine if I'm going to keep them or not. And I really don't know what I'm gonna do with that sweater. So, TBD on that. Tato, can you make the decision for me, please? Thank you. Over here, I added a few more items to my donate slash take to a clothing swap pile. So I have 3 more pairs of pants. They're not fitting in a comfortable way. That's why I'm not keeping them. So pretty simple. And this actually shows me a really great theme here. It's showing me, you know, what I'm looking for in my wardrobe based off of the things that I'm not keeping. And because I'm being so selective about what I'm not keeping, it's really highlighting, oh, okay, I'm wanting to wear more comfortable bottoms. That is definitely a priority for me right now. Tato just always gets to wear a comfortable outfit. Cristina was just saying wherever the camera is, like Tato's trying to be there too. And I agree with that. I wanted to talk a little bit about clothing swaps, because some things like I decide to send in to ThredUp or donate them. ThredUp is actually a really great way to send in your clothing. I actually saw a guy last night when I was walking home. He had 2 ThredUp bags in his hands, like he was sending stuff to ThredUp, and I was like, ooh, ThredUp in the wild. It was really cool to see. But ThredUp is a great option if you want to send in your clothing, if you want to try selling your clothing through ThredUp, that's an option as well. But with clothing swaps, I know that this is something that isn't as widely available. So the way that I do clothing swaps, I am a member of The Wing, and The Wing has clothing swaps. They tend to have them at least once a season, right when the season is about to change or it has just changed. And I find that to be a really convenient time to go to a clothing swap. So that's a great option for me that I really have enjoyed, and I plan on doing that the next time they have a clothing swap. Like I could just bring in all of those pants easily, just put them in a tote bag and I'd be good to go. Another way that you can do a clothing swap is to organize your friends. So have your friends go through their wardrobe and then bring items that they don't want, and you can all meet up and then do a clothing swap amongst each other. And if you want even more people to participate, you can have your friends ask their friends, like maybe people that you don't really know or you're just kind of acquaintances with, and have a broader group of people join, and then you can just really celebrate each other's individual styles, and then also see if there's anything that makes sense for your wardrobe. So then what's left behind, you can decide you know, where you want to donate it. There's lots of different options, so I think it's a really cool opportunity to think creatively about how you can gather people around clothing that you already have and experience something new together. I think it's just a really great opportunity to be creative and have fun with it. I've just filled up this bin, so I have the remainder of the winter items here towards the bottom, and then the spring summer clothing that I'm not planning on wearing immediately. All of that is layered here at the top. So if I do decide at some point that I do want to wear it, I can easily just dip into this bin and grab something. And then we can go through the last and final round. Oh, yes? Are you excited for the last part? Look at these little paws. I love when he crosses his paws like that. So gentlemanly. Plot twist, I'm going through my pajamas too. So my pajama drawer is getting really full to the point where sometimes I have trouble closing it when everything is clean and in it. So I am going to go through my pajamas and see what's happening and if there's anything that can be removed. And the reason why my pajama section tends to grow more than any other section is because there are just so many things that give you a free t-shirt. And I am such a sucker for a free t-shirt, but I'm sure there's probably stuff in here that's like worn out or just like really scratchy now to wear, so I can remove some stuff and create some new space in my pajama drawer. And there might just be some stuff in here that doesn't even fit anymore. I set aside 2 pairs of pants that are just thicker. This is like a flannel material and this is like a fleece. So I'm just gonna put these away with my warmer clothes. Look how cute these are though. My mom got these for me and she has a matching pair. Look at this. Oh, these are my pajama bottoms. A shout out to my Forever 21 pajama pants that I got like 10 years ago that are still going strong. This is the one thing from Forever 21 that I still have. And like the burgers and pizza and like all of this, it hasn't come off with all the washes that have happened in the last 10 years. It is crazy to me that this is still on here. These are like my favorite pajama pants, so gotta keep those. And then I went through my t-shirts, and these are the ones that I'm gonna be keeping, and then I added some things to this pile. So you'll see what I'm doing with all of these in a future spring cleaning video, but for now, these are just getting set aside. Also, in each one of these spring cleaning videos, I'm going to be incorporating a reward. So after I go through, you know, what my intention is, and then going through the action of it, I want to be able to give myself a reward. So because I went through my clothing, I want to give myself a reward of perhaps a new item of clothing. And I've been thinking about this for months, and this is also really in line with the theme that I saw, pulling out my clothing, that I am really looking for comfortable just bottoms and things in like the waist area. So I have been wanting to get more jumpsuits because I really love wearing jumpsuits. They have really comfortable waistlines. Normally they're just like a one-piece wonder because you can put them on and then that's it. So I have found these jumpsuits online. They don't have the exact one I want anymore, so I'm gonna wait for them to hopefully restock, but they're really cool, so I'm gonna show you on my phone. These are by Orenda Tribe, and what I really love about these fly suits is that they take these vintage fly suits and then they dye them, they put embroidery on them, and they're just really, really fun. Like, I love this like multicolor tie-dye, and I love that they take vintage fly suits and then repurpose them and just make them really colorful and beautiful. I think that is so cool. So that is what I'm looking out for my reward. So that is going to be it for the very first video in my spring cleaning series. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm really excited because I have a wide array of different spring cleaning videos coming up. But before I go, I want to do a little giveaway. So if you are doing a little spring clean yourself, I would love it if you would share your process of spring cleaning your wardrobe on Instagram. So you can post a photo or post something in your stories and make sure that you tag me in your story or in your photo so I can see it, and I will be selecting someone to win a ThredUp gift card. It could be before and after, it could be right in the middle, it could be right as you're starting, it could be any part. Okay, so yeah, I think that's... The consultant has feelings. What if I just keep calling Tato the consultant? Well, I'm sure this won't be his last appearance in this spring cleaning series, so we'll hear more from the consultant in the future. That's gonna be it for today, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye.